When people reach out to me with their stories, a common thing they mention is, I thought I was going crazy. And if you go back to the earlier episodes, this comes up pretty regularly. So you can only imagine how many sensitive or people with their third eye open go through this ordeal when they go through an experience they cannot explain logically. Tonight's guest, M, went through something like this and did her best to explain it with a logical approach. We hear stories of an unusual cephalopod-ish entity, spirits of departed friends, and a priest who accepted and understood the unknown. Enjoy. Good evening sa mga listeners, and tonight we have a guest na who reached out sa Facebook, and sabi niya lang, actually yung hindi na ako nag-dive deep, pero ang sabi mo lang, I'd like to share my story. So usually yung mga ganong hindi naman vague, pero pag ganong kasimple, alam kong usually may deeper hugot ka sa mga kwento. Pero sige, go. M, welcome pala tonight.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Hi.
Sige, M, guide us through your story.
Okay, this happened, well, things have become normal now, no? But most of these things happened a few years ago. So some details may be a bit hazy. I tried to write some of them down so that I don't want to miss out. I might miss out some important details, and I don't want to miss out on those things. Kasi nga, number one, I'm also curious as to what your team has to say about my experience. So I might not be able to tell the things that happen in the same exact sequence, but I'll try my best.
Sige, go lang. Relax lang. Relax lang.
Hindi, kasi naalala ko nang sabi ko, oh my God, am I really going to share? Kasi sometimes it made, well, when all these things happened, parang yung feeling na shocks, parang I felt like I'm a freak. Bakit ko na-experience itong mga ganito? But then one good thing about this was that I think, well, I'd like to say that I had a good support system, because the friends that I told this to, hindi sila ay, weird ka, ay, may sira ka sa mga ganyan, may sira ka sa ulo. Nobody, none of my friends said those things to me. But what I did when all these things started happening was, I tried to look for an explanation. Parang, ano ba to? Schizophrenia ba to? Hallucination ba to? So I even called one hospital and I asked, I think Makati Med yun, basta they have a parang sleep center. So I asked na, how do I go about it? Parang I have some experiences and I have some questions. I want to know what tests I need to go through. But then hindi siya actually nangyari. But one thing led to another. And then this was, I think, back in 2014 when I started having talagang parang super vivid yung mga experiences ko. And it got to a point where super takot na ako. So I told my roommates then, my housemates na, I think I need to see a priest. I need help. Kasi takot na ako when those things happen. Okay, so what happened was, at the time kasi, I started having experiences where beings would attack me in my sleep. So it would usually start with, okay, me tulog, of course.
Yes.
And then I'd wake up, parang half asleep, half awake na state,
Okay.
by something that's really heavy on my chest. And from there, it would feel as if my soul is being sucked out of my body. Like parang there's a slow but strong vacuum pulling my soul out of my
Yes.
body. And then there's this, now that I'm telling it, parang feeling ko nare-relive ko yung moment na yun.
Okay, sorry.
And then there's this really scary looking being parang pulling my hair. Yung parang feeling ko in my, I don't know now if I just imagined it, na parang hinahawakan ko yung ulo ko just to feel kung nandyan pa ba mga buhok ko, or kung talaga nakatayo mga buhok ko. Because that was the sensation that I felt then. So I don't know what that thing was, but I can still remember it clearly. It was hairless, round yung ulo niya. Yung eyes niya, hindi siya eyes ng tao eh. Parang may mata, but super slanted. And instead of arms, um, it had what looked like long, smooth na tentacles, parang a pair. And then yung ends niya pointed. So every time that would happen, again, I'd be half asleep, half awake. So I was conscious of everything that's happening, but I couldn't move. So sa kaka-Google ko, because I wanted to look for answers, kung ano na na-search ko, schizophrenia, sleep paralysis, is it a medical condition? Is it a paranormal occurrence? So parang two conflicting schools of thought. So again, so that's why I called the hospital. But it didn't happen. No? And then, I remember pa feeling ko, shucks, kung sasabihin ko to sa medical staff, what will they think of my case? Baka i-admit nila ako
Oo.
sa B1. Diba? Diba sa
Oo.
B1, yun yung
Yes.
psychiatric
Yes, oo, oo.
business one, yung sa Makati Med. Sabi ko, ay, wag
Oo.
na lang kaya muna. Kasi baka, ini-imagine ko, baka straight jacket
Itali
nila
ka
ako
na
and
agad.
all.
Oo.
Alam mo, napaprani. I was really freaking out. And my friends were like, kalma ka lang. And then there was one friend kasi who told me na, sabi niya, friend, I think you're seeing something. Baka paranormal yan. Kasi meron din daw siyang friend who can see things.
Mm-mm.
So, basta I had in my head talaga na siya. Kasi kapag pumunta ako Makati Med, straight jacket nila ako.
Mm-mm.
Medyo advance na ako mag-isip, no?
Mm-mm.
So, but, okay. At that time kasi, I also had a friend who died.
Okay.
So, kakamatay lang niya noon. So, every night we'd go to the wake. And then one time, during one attack, I don't know, but for some reason, I called her for help. So, in my head, kasi hindi naman talaga call na talagang tinatawag ko siya eh. Parang everything just happened in my head.
Mm-mm.
So, I called out her name and I said, help. And as soon as I called her name, my friend appeared at my bedside.
Mm-mm.
And she drove that entity away. So, nung nawala na, parang kumalma na ako. And then I thanked my friend. Sabi ko lang thank you. And then I went back to sleep. I don't know how long after that, I was again awakened because the entity came back, but more violent this time. It was so mad, galit na galit siya.
Mm-mm.
Because I called my friend. I asked help from my friend. So super, he was pulling my hair. As in, parang galit talaga siya. Yung parang, alam mo yung parang nagtatag of war siya dun sa
Yes.
buhok ko.
Mm-mm.
And it felt like, again, my soul was being sucked out of my body. And then, after that, parang it started to happen more frequently. Like,
Okay.
nangyayari siya more than, siguro, kung before, siguro mga, basta it happened na parang nagiging twice a week siya.
Okay, okay.
And I became so afraid that I didn't want to sleep. Super natatakot ako matulog. It got so bad that I had two friends who would take turns keeping me company via chat because ayaw matulog.
Yes.
One friend had insomnia, which worked to my advantage. And then there was another one who was working for a BPO at that time. So nag-alternate sila, no? Tutulog na ako.
Oo.
Si naman, or si naman. So ganun sila. Tapos pag medyo, let's say 5:30, may araw na ng konti, they'd be like, sige na, tulog ka na, okay ka na.
Mm-mm. Basta hindi
So
gabi.
matutulog na ako.
Ganun ba?
Mm-mm.
Ganun ba? Mm-mm.
Kasi feeling ko gabi siya nangyayari.
Mm-mm.
And then so matutulog ako and then I'd wake up. Siguro I'd get mga an hour or two of sleep
Oh
lang.
my.
So I have to wake up and go to work.
Yes.
No, so eventually it became too terrifying. So I went to see a priest. I go to mass a couple of times a month or minsan once a month sa Padre Pio. So at that time I went to Padre Pio. And then after nung mass, I hurriedly went back dun went to yung sa back of the church, di ba may parang office yon. So I asked them, I need to see the priest. So syempre before kanila papasukin, they'd be asking na, ay ano po yung ano po yung gusto ninyong kailangan ninyo kay Father, ganyan.
Oo, oo.
Hindi ko naman masabing may mga nakikita ako kasi anong isipin nila, di
Oo.
ba?
Yes.
Di ba?
Oo.
So sabi ko lang, please, I just need to see him. It's urgent. I need help. Gumano lang ako. Please don't ask. Gumano lang ako. So, okay. So, dinala nila ako sa likod. And then, sabi ng priest, oh, hi, good evening. So, good evening, Father. How can I help you? Why did you come to see me? Yung mga ganun. And then I just remember saying, Father, I need help. I don't know how to start. I don't know what to think or believe, but I'm afraid of going to sleep and I think I need your help. And then, you know what the priest said after ko sinabi yun? Parang he paused and then sabi niya, you know what? At the moment you walked into that room, I knew what you came here for.
Okay.
So ako felt like, okay. So, kinento ko sa kanya. Then sabi niya, everything that you're telling me, sabi niya, I experienced all those things too.
Oh my. Oo.
Sabi niya, but be careful who you share them with. Hindi lahat ng tao naniniwala, even priests. Then sabi niya, the thing with you is that you are so open that you are attracting both the good and the bad.
Okay.
So ang sabi ko, pero Father, these things never happened to me before. Sabi ko, if my third eye is indeed open, bakit parang ganito lang naman nangyayari? Tapos we had a pretty long conversation. He asked me about my childhood, yung experiences ko. Kasi sabi niya, maybe something in the present triggered it, but you've always had it.
Okay.
Sabi niya, namamana daw. So,
Yes, oo.
sabi niya, namamana. So, sabi niya, think about the people in your family. Sino ba most likely meron? So, isip ko nang isip. Tapos meron ako lola that we used to tease. Kasi before siya matulog, ang dami niya ritual-ritual. May mga tubig-tubig siya. May mga holy water siyang inaano sa bahay. Mga asin-asin. And we were like, parang uuwi yata yan. Wala namang mga aswang or mga ganyan-ganyan. Kasi parang we made fun of her. We would tease her na bakit ang dami niyang ritual before siya matulog. Parang she would go around the house. Magro-rosary siya, mga ganun. So sabi ko, Father, parang I don't think I can live with this kasi parang I feel like a freak. Hindi ko alam na, and what, parang whenever I go to sleep, parang natatakot ako na, my God, baka nandiyan na naman mamaya. Sabi ko, pwede bang i-close tong third eye na to? Gaman ano ka sa kanya. Then he said, it cannot be closed because it's a part of you. So what you have to do is you have to learn how to manage it. Kasi up until that time, akala ko it's something that you can just,
Stop.
okay,
Yes.
pa-open mo, pa-close mo siya. Diba?
Oo.
Para, okay, tapos ang kwento, wala nang kakatakot-takot na mangyayari. So sabi ko, okay, so what do I do? So what I liked about his approach, he's a Jesuit priest.
Yes, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
So what I liked about his approach was that very holistic siya. Hindi siya na parang from a solely spiritual perspective or a paranormal perspective. So sabi niya, go counseling kasi kailangan ma-process yan kasi maybe there are experiences in your childhood, in your family, and something could have triggered that now kung bakit parang all of a sudden ang lakas ng mga attacks. Sabi niya, but you've always had that. So he also told me to go see Father Bulatao.
Oh, okay.
Oo. Yun, so kay Father Bulatao. Unfortunately, I did not get to meet Father Bulatao kasi it was difficult to get an appointment with him, but I managed to get an appointment with one of the counselors sa CEPAM.
Okay.
So kinento ko sa counselor. And parang kinabahan ako kasi sinagot naman ng counselor. I was thinking kasi na when I after that conversation with the counselor, parang ma-resolve lahat kasi I was really desperate for
Wishful thinking
for
talaga.
answers. Oo. So the counselor said na, I have to be honest, your case is more than I can handle. Hindi ko siya kaya. Ganun siya. Sabi niya, I suggest you try to find a schedule with Father Bulatao. Yun ang sabi niya. Kasi siya lang ang makakahandle niyan. Diba? And then before I left, she also advised me na you take care of your health, overall well-being mo because evil. I forgot what was the exact term that she used, but sabi lang niya na those things will use any weak spot to their advantage. So sabi niya, you have to be strong physically, mentally, emotionally. And then sabi niya na if these things happen to a weaker person, I mean weaker spiritually, sabi niya, hindi ko na alam kung ano nangyari. Sabi niya, you have sabi niya, you're very strong. Ganon siya. So sabi ko, I think it helped that I was raised by my lola, who's very religious. So alam mo yan, from Catholic
Yes.
school all the way to college, to MBA, Ateneo. So parang araw-araw may dasal yan. So
Oo.
parang
Oo.
it really developed yung faith. Sabi niya, you have a very strong faith. If that happened to somebody who's weaker, sabi niya, I don't know what have happened. Ganun siya. Sabi niya, baka worse pa. So, sabi ko, okay, sige, then I'll take your advice and I'll try to find a schedule with Father Bulatao. But unfortunately, nga hindi. The next time hinanap ko, parang I think he died already. So,
Yes. Oo.
ay, sayang. So, hindi ko na alam. Sabi ko,
Okay.
paano ba? So, okay, sige. So, I'll just live with this one. And then, again, half asleep, half awake. There were two small beings. So, at that time, hindi ko naisip na duwende. Basta maliliit sila.
Yes. Oo.
Nagising ako, and they were at my side. Nasa left side ko sila. One was taunting the other, saying, sige nga, tingnan ko kung kaya mo yan. So, obviously referring to me.
Yes.
So, I started praying. Dasal ako na dasal. And then one of the two got so mad because he couldn't overpower me. So, looking back, I could sense na hindi naman siya super mad. Hindi naman siya mad. But it was more of nag-tantrum siya kasi hindi niya kaya.
Oo.
And then, after that, so I was praying, and then a flash of light hit my backside. And then they were gone.
Okay.
So every time these attacks happened, I would pray the Apostles' Creed, Our Father, yung Hail Mary. Ulit-ulitin ko yan until umalis. And then I
Yes.
would repeatedly scream in my head, in Jesus' name, go away. And that would
Okay.
make it go away.
Okay. Oo.
Yun. So paulit-ulit ko yung sinasabi. So parang somehow, minsan matagal umalis, sometimes mabilis, tapos, yun, but parang somehow meron akong, at least alam ko paano sila mapaalis. We were living in a condo at that time. So after that, with the same housemates, we moved to a 2-story apartment. So, dun naman sa apartment na yon, in my room, I would feel something tracing patterns on my skin. But nararamdaman ko siya sa bottom part lang, like sa legs or sa feet.
Okay.
So, after sa kakaisip ko, sabi ko, baka bata to.
Oo.
Kasi hanggang legs lang siya, hanggang paa lang siya eh.
Oo. Oo.
Diba? So, one time, natutulog na ako. I think galing akong travel noon eh. So, I was already in bed trying to sleep. It started tracing patterns on my feet.
Okay.
So, usually, I just ignore. I would just ignore. But that time, parang pagod na pagod ako. So, I sort of reprimanded it and said, ano ba? Huwag kang makulit. Pwede bang patulog ka? Pagod ako. I said something like that. So, I wrapped my feet with a blanket. Parang feeling ko, hindi ko na magagalaw yung paa ko. Naka-wrap na ng blanket. Ganun ako. Wala ka na makakalabit. Patulog ka na. After that, nag-start siyang mag-trace ng patterns sa palm ko naman. Para bang, ganun. Parang akala mo, dahil may blanket sa paa mo, akala mo, hanggang dyan lang ako. So, nagtitrace siya parang circular patterns. So, sabi ko, ano ba? But anyway, after nun, nakatulog ako. Pero harmless naman. Sometimes lang, annoying, pero harmless naman yung pakiramdam ko doon. So, hindi naman ako masyado natakot sa kanya. But, in that same apartment also, maliit lang kasi yung, room, hindi mas malaki. But, so, yung bed ko is always against a wall. Parang hindi ako comfortable yung, so, di ba, in hotels na yung bed na sa gitna. So, there's open space sa left and sa right. Hindi ako comfortable sa ganun. Because I would feel like I could be attacked from either side.
Okay.
So, I always sleep on my side with my back facing the wall.
Okay.
But that one night, particular night, for some reason, yung back ko was exposed. Hindi yun yung usual sleeping position ko because I feel vulnerable nga pag na parang baka biglang may something sa likod ko. So, nagising ako. Alam mo yung feeling na may nakahawak sa shoulder mo, tapos pinupush ka, ginigising ka.
Okay, oo.
So, may ganon. So, when I turned, it was a woman wearing a black veil and she was with a kid.
Okay.
So, they were nudging. She was nudging me to wake up. Again, sa inis ko, ano ba magpatulog kayo? Ano lang. And then, wala na.
Okay.
Then, in the morning, Parang ano yun? But okay, wala na. So siguro in passing, but in a way, I learned to live with it.
Yes.
Ah, natatakot pa din, but alam mo yung sa bata ka na, ini-imagine mo lang yan. So
Oo.
parang sinasabi ko sa sarili ko na, ay
Oo.
baka ini-imagine ko lang to. Baka na masyado lang akong sa sobrang pagod ko, kung ano-ano na naiisip ko.
Oo.
Huwag kasi, alam mo, yung I
Rationalize
tried
it,
to
you know.
lie to myself.
Oo.
Oo.
Ang
Hindi ka
ganda.
lang.
Lie to yourself
Di
talaga.
ba
Okay.
ganun yung sinasabi ng bata ka pa? O, sige Kai, mag-i-imagine ka lang kasi masyadong late matulog.
Ay,
Na, sige. Sabi ko, wala, yung pagod lang yun. So, again, same house, same room, same apartment.
okay.
Bili kasi ako sa mga stars,
Anong
moon and
year na
stars.
to? Sorry. Anong year na to?
From we lived in that condo for mga, I think, more than a year. This is probably 2015?
Okay.
No, 24, 2015 maybe.
Okay.
Oo, yun. Mga ganyan siguro. No, so, again, going back to the stars, nakahanap ako ng yung night lamp
Yes.
na
May stars na ano.
projection ng mga
Mm.
stars
Yes. Oo.
dun sa ceiling ko. It was battery operated. Um, and then that lamp was designed to automatically turn off after 20 minutes. Parang battery saving feature niya. So one time, I woke up at around 3 a.m. and I saw that the night lamp was still on. No,
Okay.
that never happened before. And it could not have been possible na on pa siya because I would usually go to bed around 11 p.m. Sabi ko, alas 3 na, bakit on pa yung lamp? So I tried to stay calm. Ano mo na yung parang, okay lang yan. Late ka lang tulog, akala mo lang 11 p.m. yun. Parang tulog ka lang 2:30. Mga ganon. So again, lying to myself, trying to convince myself na okay lang, imagine mo lang yan. But alam ko hindi ako 11 p.m. Alam ko 11 p.m. ako natulog
Oo.
So
Oo.
ano pa siya. So I tried to go back to sleep. Inisip ko, baka may wiring malfunction or baka yung battery may problema. So I tried to go back to sleep, but I couldn't sleep. So siguro mga, kung anong oras na yun. So sinilip ko ulit. 3:30 na.
Oo.
Pa rin siya. Hindi ko mawawala na yan mamaya. So again, 4 a.m. On pa rin siya.
Oo.
Hanggang 6 a.m. na lang and I need to get up in the morning because I need to go back to work. On pa rin yung lamp. So sa sobrang takot ko, I switched the lamp off and I placed it in the bag. Sabi ko, hindi ko na gagamitin to ever. Kasi
Okay.
baka hindi ko pinaglaruan to. So pinamigay ko siya. So hindi ko yun alam if it was that kid, yung sinasabi ko, the one
Yes.
that was
Oo.
chasing patterns, baka pinaglaruan lang. Kasi hindi ko na, ayaw ko nang isipin, hindi ko na rin tinry to, to, kasi nilagay ko lang siya sa
Oo.
paper bag, saka I
Try mo
just
na
gave it
isipin.
away. Sabi ko,
Oo.
ayoko na ng mga night lamp na mga automatic, auto-off, ayoko na ng ganyan.
Okay.
So, wala na. So, parang okay na. And then, ito yung time na magkasunod-sunod yung mga nangyayari.
Okay.
So, that same room, I also dreamt that I was in a cave. Sobrang dilim niya, but yung feeling na, okay, it's so dark, but it seemed like the walls were lit from within.
Okay.
And then there, I was face to face with the devil. I didn't know how I knew that that was the devil, but somehow I knew. Because in my head, I was thinking, ganito pala itsura niya. So ito pala yung sinasabi nila na you should not be deceived because the devil is good-looking. Kasi good-looking siya.
Oo. Oo.
Oo. So at that moment, naisip ko, so the devil actually had a face. Kasi before that dream, my concept of evil or the devil was that it's this thing that would lead you to do bad things. Di ba? Influence ka, mag-cheat, lie, steal, kill, or whatever. But it was not something that you see. It doesn't have a shape or form. It was just this idea in your head. Sige, gawin mo yung bad things na yan. But until that time, kinisip ko, okay, the devil had a face. So tinignan ko siya, I was face to face. I looked into his eyes. And then parang, I started to feel afraid. Sabi ko,
Okay.
oh shoot, hindi na tama to. So in my head, I was saying, nagpe-pray ako. I was saying, Lord, hindi na tama to. It doesn't feel right. I'm afraid. please take me out of here, Lord, please take me out of here. And then almost instantly, I was back in my room. But I could see the things dun sa room and I could see myself sleeping sa bed.
Yes.
Sabi ko, oops, ano to? Okay, then I tried to stay calm. And then I remembered what I read in Jaime Licauco's column many years ago, that it's astral projection.
Yes.
And that there is a silver cord that connects your soul to your body during astral projection. And that cord will only be severed upon your death. So I wasn't afraid, hindi ako nagpanic about not being able to go back. Kasi naalala ko yung nasa column ni Jaime Licauco. So I was calm. And then the next thing, nagising ako umaga na, liwanag na.
Oo.
Yun. Isa pa pala. Speaking of Jaime Licauco, I think, again, I don't know at which point ito, but because I was so afraid, I'm not sure if this was before I went to see a priest.
Okay.
Because I was a fan of his and I've been reading his column, grade school pa ako, yun yung inabangan ko every day. I actually sent him an email.
Okay.
So again, I was desperate. So hindi ko alam sino kung pa rin tatawagan ko, sino i-consult ko na hindi ako pagtatawanan.
Yes,
or yan akong, ay freak ka, or baka may lahi kang mga ganyan-ganyan. So I sent him an email and hindi ko alam parang nag-fangirl ako na, ay, nag-reply siya. Alam mo yun na, nag-reply siya. And he was the one who told me that I have to wear a Saint Benedict medal all the time.
Yes.
So, until now, I wear a Saint Benedict medal and hindi ko siya tinatanggal. Yun. And ang powerful pala ng Saint Benedict na medal that I realized because the first night nasuot ko siya, another being tried to touch me, parang approach me from the back, hahawakan ako. Tumalsik siya.
Okay.
Tumalsik.
Naalala mo yung itsura nung, sorry.
Yung tumalsik?
Oo, nung tumalsik.
Hindi eh.
Hindi.
Basta, alala ko lang na somebody tried to approach, kasi again, half asleep, half awake.
Pero hindi siya astral that you could see yourself? Or talaga
ito hindi na to astral. This portion, hindi na siya astral. Meron din kasi sa office namin before.
Hindi naman dyan.
Hindi dito. Wala dito. Kasi kung meron dito, hindi ko gagawin tong interview dito. This is the new office. Okay. This is the new office. So yung sa old office, meron doon na meron akong office mate kasi that I shared this with. And he didn't judge me naman. Hindi naman niya ako sabihan, ay, may lahi kang something, may kakaiba sa iyo. Hindi naman. But I just had to share that kasi ayoko magpapaiwan dun sa office na ako lang mag-isa. Kasi meron dong, lahat naman sila nagsishare na, meron nga dito. Kasi there was one time, late na ako na uwi. And then I had an office mate. Sabi ko, uy, sabay tayo umuwi. Bakit ako pinapansin? Sabi ko, huy, sabay tayong umuwi. Nung tinignan ko, ay nawala na siya. So sabi ko, sino pala yung nagkasama ko dito the whole time kung wala pala siya? So nagmadali ako mag-pack. And then there was also another time na, kasi mafe-feel ko na, okay, I don't see, hindi ko sila nakikita, not physically, the way I would see another human being. But it was, the presence is so strong that I can actually describe how they look, anong suot nila. There was one time, nagta-type ako, I was working, super lapit yung mukha niya, na parang ini-inspect niya yung mukha ko. So, I stopped, and my office mate noticed it, sabi niya, okay ka lang. So, hindi ako nagsasalita, sabi niya, meron. Sabi ko lang, yeah, muna na ako, sabi niya, ignore mo na lang, ganun siya. So, nag-work ako, pauwi na ako dapat, pero mabigat sumasama.
Yes, minsan.
So, sabi ko, ang bigat naman ito. Kailan ba aalis to? So, pumunta na akong Figaro, bumili na ako ng kung ano-ano. Bumili na ako ng just
so, dami pagpag.
Yun pala, I think yata yung term na pagpag.
Pagpag, oo.
Kailangan na siya mawala. Tapos na-feel ko na, ay, wala na siya. Saka pa ako umuwi.
Question, kasi kagaya niyan, masasabi ko naman madami na kami nakausap. Iba-iba talaga per person. Iba feel lang, iba smell lang, iba hear lang. Sa'yo, I think, mas feel, tama ba? Or nakikita mo rin sila sa mind's eye mo. Parang, in your mind, nakikita mo yung itsura nila.
I feel, I see, and there was one time I smell. Nakasmell
Ay,
ako.
oo. So when you said na na-feel mo na wala na siya, curious lang ako, kasi ako manhid ako, di ba? Curious ako kung ano yung feeling for you. Kasi baka yung ibang nakikinig na sensitive, makarelate sila dun sa part na yun na, when you say na na-feel ko na wala na siya, yung heaviness, paano heaviness? I mean, if you could describe it, oo.
Yung feeling mo kasi na para ka nakasuot na parang backpack na may nakasakay
Mm.
sa'yo.
Mm.
Ganun yung feeling, but hindi siya sa likod, parang on one side of my body lang.
Okay.
So parang habang nararamdaman ko yun, pumunta na ako ng CR. So alam mo, kahit nakapag-toothbrush na ako, nag-toothbrush ako ulit. I was looking for things to do para lang intayin siyang umalis. Minsan, I would go to the mall there's a mall near that office eh. So pupunta ako doon, nang wala naman akong bibilhin. Sabi ko, sige, pagbalik ko, wala na siya. Nakaalis na siya. Then that would be the time na, sige, okay na. Pwede na ako umuwi. Wala na akong isasama.
Oo.
Kasi baka magsama pa sila, di ba? Baka dumami pa sila
Oo
nasa
nga eh.
bahay.
Ay, may mga ganong kwento.
And then I know, ang sabi pala ni father at that time, sabi niya, it's not your house, it's not the place, it's you.
It's you, yes.
So sabi ko, so meaning father, kahit saan ako magpunta, andyan sila. Sabi niya, yes, kasi hindi yung lugar, it's you.
Totoo.
Sabi niya, that's why you have to learn how to manage it. And sabi niya, wag mong kakausapin because I did that one time pala. Kasi yung time na sabi kong kinausap ko, that was the time na yung wake din ng friend ko. So, of course, we were so sad kasi super close kami nun eh. And at that time, sabi ko, hindi mo siguro totoo yung sinasabi nilang coming from a wake before ka umuwi, magpagpag ka, so dumaan ka somewhere. Kasi we would go home ng madaling araw eh, because we would keep the parents company. Kasi nga, dalawa lang kasi sila magkapatid na wala pa yung isa, yung friend namin. So as much as possible, we tried to be there for them na, alas 10 na ng madaling araw, uwi na tayo, balik na lang tayo bukas. So that time, pagod na ako, hindi na ako nagpagpag or anything. Pero when I park sa condo sa condo, parang na-feel kong may kasama ako. So parang in-assume ko lang that it was my friend. And then, yeah, as I was getting ready for bed, feel ko, ikaw ba yan? Gumanyan lang. Ikaw ba yan? Sabi ko, sabi ko sa kanila, sabi ko, daya mo naman. Dami nating plans eh, di ba? Pupunta tayo dito. Di ba, gagawin pa natin ito. Sabi ko, bakit ka naman nang iwan? Sabi ko, di ba, sabi mo pa nga, kahit matatanda, ano yung typical na, dami nating plano, dami nating gustong gawin sa buhay natin, tapos nang iwan ka. Ganun ako. So sabi ko, sige nga, kasi this friend also, siya yung tipong, uy, may bukas pa, matulog ka na. Gaganyan yun siya over text. So sabi ko, sige nga, paramdam ka naman, let me know kung ikaw nga yan. Kung ikaw yan, hug mo naman ako. Gumanon ako, hug mo lang naman ako. Sabi ko, may miss lang kahit gumanon ako. And the moment I said that, sabi ko, hug mo naman ako, na-feel ko talaga, parang uminit yung likod ko. So sabi ko, thank you. Sabi ko, okay, sige, tulog na ako. I'll see you tomorrow. Balik ako tomorrow dun sa wake niya. Sabi ko, good night, ganun lang ako. So, sabi yun. So, nung nakwento ko yun kay father, sabi niya, that was so wrong. Sabi niya, because hindi mo alam kung siya nga yung friend mo. Sabi ko, pero father, feeling ko kasi siya eh. Sabi niya, baka kasi that's what you wanted to believe. Kasi you were grieving. But hindi ka sure kung talagang siya yun. So sabi ni father, you're not yet ready for that. Sabi niya, kaya avoid mo na. Hindi ka pa ready makipag-usap sa kanila. So after that, kahit na yung, ano ba, huwag niyo akong kulitin. Hindi na ako nag-yan. Kasi baka bigla may sumagot, di ba? So, hindi na. Nag-avoid na ako ng mga ganyan-ganyan.
Ito, may mga question and may mga, again, parang sales pitch, you know? Kung open-minded ka, meron akong mga sasabihin sa'yo.
Insurance ba to? Networking?
Kape lang tayo, mabilis lang to. So, so ito si JP may question. Sabi niya, nung bata ka ba, alam mo kung ano yung mangyayari? Nagkaka-deja vu ka and parang nalalaman mo kung ano yung mangyayari? Were there instances na ganun?
Sabi, yung mga naririnig ko sa podcast mo na parang earthquake, no, walang ganun. Pero
Hindi,
yung
yung parang kunyari, makikita ko yung tita ko na to this weekend kahit walang plano. Yung mga maliliit na bagay na ganun. Parang deja vu moments. Meron ba? Wala.
wala
Okay.
eh.
Oo.
Aside from yung mga practical things lang na, uy, may cabinet na ano, parang risk yan, hindi yan dapat bukas, baka may tatamaan dyan. Mga tipong ganun lang na,
Yes, yes,
sabi ko
oo.
na nga ba, dapat sinara yan eh. But hindi often, it doesn't happen often. Or minsan lang parang, dapat wala yan dyan, kundi somebody might step on that and, slip on the floor. Tapos mawala sa isip ko. Tapos mamaya biglang, ay, may na-slide nga. Dapat kasi wala yun dun eh.
Oo. Oo,
Di ba?
gets.
Pero parang
Yung mga ganun.
practical things,
Yes,
nothing,
practical. Oo.
parang I don't think that could be attributed to anything that's supernatural or
Parang
sa
no
parang,
big leaps of logic na parang, paano ko nalaman yun? Walang ganun na moments.
wala namang ganon.
Yung next is, I understand where that priest was coming from, where father was coming from, na don't talk to them. So, again, this is just based on the people I've talked to. So, ako, palagi nagmo-morph rin yung aking understanding. Kasi every time I get to talk to people, like you, with experiences, parang nadadagdagan yung database ko of understanding the invisible world, the unknown. And isa sa mga napansin ko, kagaya nung sinabi ni Father nga na don't talk to them, I think the reason is, for him, maybe for him, is because wala ka pa nun discernment. Kasi yung problema sa spirits, there are tricksters talaga. There are tricksters. And some, kagaya na sabi niya, they might be pretending to be your friend. Parang ganun. Na nagpaparamdam. Pero sa akin, I believe you na alam mo. Kasi you have that intuition. Feeling ko you have that intuition sometimes na, kagaya nun, nararamdaman mo, nafe-feel mo yung nakatingin sa'yo, alam mong nandun yun. So, meron kang parang gauge kung sa intuition mo na alam mong yun. Alam mong, kahit hindi mo nakikita, nakatingin sa'yo yung, tumitingin sa'yo nung nag-work ka, andun yung intuition, andun yung belief mo na, or andun yung feeling mo na, hindi, nandyan yung face niya. Di ba?
Oo.
So, may intuition ka na ganun. So, feeling ko, ako lang to you can choose not to believe me. Pero feeling ko, sinabi mo sa friend mo, feeling ko, tama ka naman. Feeling ko, friend mo yun. Yun lang gets ko yung point ni Father na pag hindi ka makadiscern, maraming nangluloko. So, magpapakita na, kilala mo or ganun. Minsan may deception. Depende. Pero ito big talaga. Hindi ko alam kung anong episodes na kasi napakinggan mo. Pero one of the things that I believe that has been said numerous times by guests is that yung fear, parang whatever hindi ko lang kung nasabi to sa'yo ni Father. Hindi ko rin alam kung nabasa mo na. Whatever emotions we have, it is seen in that realm by entities.
Okay.
And kung ano yung ine-emanate mo, yun ang na-attract mo. So, pag fear ang nilalabas mo, yung mga gustong, kasi parang lumalabas, there are entities that feed on our emotions. May it be anger, fear, lust, lahat na ng mga klaseng emotions. And parang lumalabas, yun nga, kung uunahan mo ng takot, yun ang, sorry yun ang ma-attract mo. Parang ganon. So, ito pa weird. Anyway, sana wag ka mo sobrang mo-weirdohan. So, nag-message sa akin si JP, no? Before siya umalis. May nagpapasabi daw. Basahin ko lang yung sinabi niya. Why do you feel like you are not in control of your life just because things don't go your way? Just because you feel like things are beyond you. You control your life. You are in control. Why do you let fear control you? You control fear. And you allowed it to hold you. Take back your control. Take back your life. So, sorry medyo weird. So, tinanong ko siya, saan galing? Sabi ko, kanino galing to? So, si JP kasi, again, I'm not sure if narinig mo na episode niya, he, similar-ish to you, he had these gifts way younger. Bata pa lang siya. And he got to I'm not sure how long he got to train with Father Bulataw. Pero yun nga sabi ko sabihin ko daw sa'yo, may connection sila. So sabi niya, this is from Father Bu. Yung sinasabi ko.
Oh my God.
Oo. So sabi niya, baka ma-weirdohan lang. Baka isipin niya, sira ulo ko. Pero based sa kanya intuition, galing kay Father Bu yon yung sinabi ko.
Hindi siya weird because I'm going through something right now.
Okay.
And yung sinabi niyo, why am I letting fear take control of, why do I feel like, I'm losing control of my life? It's because I'm going through something right now and there's a major decision that I need to make. And yes, there is that fear. So I'm trying to, process these things. But what you just said, parang, okay. Parang nakaka-enlighten because I think it's telling me that I need to go with my intuition dun sa plano kong gawin. So galing kay Father Bulataw yun.
Oo, ginuspams
Sabi naman, Father, sana na-meet ko siya. Because I really would have loved to, to have consulted with him. Pero super sayang, hindi siya nangyari. Yeah, but it's so good hearing that. Yeah, it's so good hearing that. And then, okay. Speaking.
Sige. Ano pa? Okay. May isa pa naalala. Mga notes ko lang sa stories mo. When you mentioned na you met the devil sa cave, may isang kwento, hindi siya pertaining to the devil yung observation ko. Pero recently kasi, I'm not sure if, alam mo, may Discord channel yung podcast and maraming experiencers doon ang share. And isa sa na-share kanina na nabasa ko lang, and baka nabasa ko because of mag-uusap tayo about it, sabi niya, pansinin nyo pag nasa astral realm kayo. Walang ilaw, walang source of light. Kasi ikaw ang source of light. So sabi mo kanina, parang the walls were lit from within nung cave. Kasi
pero
ikaw
dream
yun.
pa yun.
Yes.
Nasa dream pa yun.
Yun ang weird minsan eh. Hindi ko, ako personally, based sa mga stories, hindi ko ma-discern rin paano mo malalaman dream siya or nag-astral ka.
Baka nag-astral na pala ako.
Hindi ko ma-explain na. Minsan ganon. Pero naisip ko lang, baka nag-astral ka and kasi sa sleep paralysis, ito theory ko a few weeks back. Sa sleep paralysis, ang sleep paralysis is because humiwalay na katawan mo yung soul mo sa katawan mo. Yun yung theory ko Kasi doon ka nagpapanik ka kasi hindi mo magalaw katawan mo. Pero technically, humiwalay kang slightly.
Wala kasing hindi na nangyari yung astral travel na yun eh.
Okay.
But I think you guys call it lucid dreaming. Na kunyari, I would have a dream and then magigising ako. Then parang, try ko kayang bumalik and control that dream. So nakakabalik ako to that dream and nakokontrol ko siya. Speaking of dreams, may naalala ako. I have this recurring dream before na lagi ako nahuhulog sa hagdan. Paulit-ulit yan, lagi ako nahuhulog. And then when all these things happened, parang naisip ko, baka may connect yung dream na yon na lagi akong nahuhulog sa hagdan. Maybe I should try to, get up. Not necessarily lakad, but baka kailangan kong, to take control of that dream. Kailangan makaakyat ako dun sa hagdan na yon. It was such a struggle, but when finally nakaakyat ako sa hagdan na yon, I stopped. That dream stopped. And then, lagi rin ako nakakapanaginip ng dead people, relatives. Lola ko, tito ko, okay, one time, a tito died. And when he died, I think nasa ako nito I was on a silent retreat. Alam mo yung sa Ateneo na di ba may seminary doon. Tapos I was the only one doon sa building na yon kung saan yung mga nagre-retreat. Yung tito ko nakita ko. Parang di ba pag nag-sleep paralysis ka, hindi ka makakagalaw. So that happened. And then nakita ko siya nasa side ko lang. And then, nawala din. And then I also had a dream about him na tinanong ko siya na, uy, parang paulan, ba't ka nasa labas? Tapos sabi lang niya na, sinisipon kasi ako eh, tapos ang sakit ng likod ko. Parang dinidescribe niya yung nararamdaman, yung the, what he was feeling. Tapos, hindi ko naman alam kung bakit siya namatay or bakit siya na-hospitalize. But after that dream, tinawagan ko yung cousin ko, yung anak niya. Sabi ko, ate, ang weird. Sabi ko, napanaginipan ko papa mo, nasa labas daw kami ng isang bahay na parang may fountain. Tapos tinanong ko siya kung bakit ka nandito sa labas. Ang sagot lang niya, sinisipon and inuubo kasi ako. Tapos parang ang sakit ng likod ko. Sabi niya, ang weird mo. Sabi ko, bakit? Sabi niya, yan exactly yung complaint niya. Kaya siya dinalang hospital. Sabi ko, coincidence lang yun. Ganun ako sa kanya, coincidence lang yun. Sabi ko sa kanya. Pero nawi-weirdohan na ako. And then, marami din akong dreams about my lola. But again, ayokong isipin that it has any connection with whatever it is that I have. Kasi I was very close to her. Pero, meron akong dream kasi na um, mayroon siyang gustong gawin during one of my birthdays na hindi nangyari. And in that dream, pinulfill niya yon sa isang dream. Yung sinasabi niya, gusto niyang gawin for my birthday. Tapos, I remember lang dun sa dream na yun, umiiyak ako. Tapos sabi ko, sama na ako. Sabi niya, hindi ka pwedeng sumama. Pero
Mm-mm.
syempre, makulit. Hindi ko kasi
Mm-mm.
matawag.
Mm-mm.
Sama na ako. Ayoko nandito. Galit na galit siya. Sabi niya, wag kang makulit. Sabi niya, bumalik ka na doon. Hindi ka pwedeng sumama.
Mm-mm.
Tapos, nagising na ako. Tapos, naiyak lang ako, I think, after that. Kasi, alam ko yun yung gusto niyang gawin. Pero hindi niya nagawa.
Mm-mm.
Kasi nga,
Mm-mm.
tapos nagkasakit siya. Yun,
Yes,
and then
oo.
she died. Yun. Again, I was also advised pala to seek help from AMO, yung Archdiocese of Manila for Office of the Exorcism ba yun?
Mm.
Oo, so yun, I was advised to contact them also nung time na yun, yung at the time that those incidents, yung mga attacks were
Yes.
happening.
Yung sa hairless, ano. Oo.
Oo. Tapos, super hirap makakontakt. Tapos sabi ko, ano ba to? This is the work of the devil. Bakit ano? Office to ng, sabi ko, ng simbahan. Tapos ang hirap makakontakt. As in, promise, super. Alam mo yung naka-earphones ako, like, in the office.
Mm-mm.
Because again, I was desperate for answers.
Yes.
Naka-redial lang ng
Oo.
redial.
Oo.
Naka-earphones ako. Sabi ko, pag may sumagot dito, then I could just go into one of the meeting rooms or go somewhere
Yes, oo.
private. Hindi ko talaga makontak. As in, for days, I think for more than a week, na halos everyday akong tumatawag. Until finally, may sumagot. So, in-explain ko. Sabi ko, kailangan ko ba magpa-admit sa Makati Med nito? Sabi niya, ay wait lang, masyado ka namang advance. Sabi niya, kasi pag ganyan, we have to assess, so we have to interview you, kasi nga, ano, ganito, we have to assess if it's a supernatural case or if it's a medical case. So, in interview, I was asked questions, sinagot ko naman, then sabi niya, um, it's spiritual. Sabi niya, what you're having is, I forgot, oppression ba yun?
Mm-mm.
I think yun yata yun. Kasi marami
Mm-mm.
daw
Yes,
possession,
mid-stages. Yes.
infestation,
Oo.
oppression. So
Mm-mm.
parang the woman I spoke with also advised me to contact my parish priest. So kaya yun, napunta na ako doon. And then, may recommend siyang book yung kay Father Sikia. That book helped me understand how the devil works. So after reading that book, instead of matakot, parang it strengthened my faith
Okay.
na kahit anong evil ang nandyan, kaya pala.
Mm-mm.
Because of that book. Na somebody borrowed it na hindi na binalik. So, hindi ko na alam kung saan.
Baka kailangan niya yun. Baka kailangan niya yun kaya
Yung
hindi
nga,
na
isipin ko,
binalik.
so baka kailangan niya yon. So, sige, kung nakanino man yun ngayon, sige, mas kailangan niya. So, tatakot pa rin ako pag may mga ganyan. But, I'd like to think na because I understand them better now, yung faith ko also na strengthen. So parang nandun ako before, every time matutulog ako, aside from the prayers, I'd always repeat to myself na faith is stronger than fear, faith is stronger than fear, faith is stronger than fear. Inuulit-ulit ko yun.
Yes. Meron kaming nakausap na, actually, 2 or 3 na nagsabi sa amin nun. Again, di ko na kung napapakinggan mo na. May isang exorcist, pero hindi siya priest. Pero nag-exercise siya. And isa sa mga sinabi niya is, hindi sila makakapasok kung hindi mo papayagan. So, kung di ka talaga papayag, hindi makakapasok yan. So, may magandang kwento. May nakausap kami from Netherlands. May kwento siyang, kasi matagal, same sa ibang experiencers, bata pa lang siya, nakaka-experience na siya. Tinanong ko siya, meron ka bang kakaibang attack or kakaibang nakakatakot na nangyari? Sabi niya one time, dahil sa ginagawa niya, helping other people, may nag-attack sa kanya sa bahay. And ini-attack siya physically and spiritually. Para daw aso na malaki na beast na whatever. So, ang ginawa niya, ang una niyang tinawag for help, si Jesus. Sabi ko, ha? Suda, ha? Kala ko di ka naniniwala. So, pagdating daw ni Jesus, sabi niya, help naman, tulungan mo ko. Ang sinabi daw sa kanya ni Jesus, sige, pwede ba akong pumasok sa iyo? So, parang point niya, wala makakapasok sa atin kung di natin papayagan. Kaya nagkakaroon ng mga oppression in different stages ng possession kasi wini-wear down nila yung tao to the point na ayoko na, sige na. Parang magkaka-breaking point ka na, doon ka papayag. Pero yun nga, yun yung parang 3 na nagsabi sa akin yun na kung hindi ka papayag, hindi sila makakapasok. Pati good spirits, pati Jesus nga, hindi siya makakapasok without permission. So parang, again, learning na naman yun sa akin. And palagi ko sinasabi yun when I get the chance sa mga story kagaya na sa'yo, na hindi kayo mapapossess kung ayaw nyo. Parang ganun. Pero yun nga, it happens sometimes na i-wear down ka. May elementals, merong spirits, sabihin mo may demons na ganun, na talagang pupukpukin ka paulit-ulit hanggat mag-give up ka. And kaya nagkakaganon. Again, hindi ko alam fully mas ganun lang yung belief ko sa ganung bagay.
May naalala ako. Another one. Doppelganger. I was at home. Nakalipat na ako niyan eh. So I live alone now. O di ba tapang living alone?
Tapang. Good yan. Good yan, oo.
Diba? So, but I make sure kailangan may naka-on na TV or radio or music para hindi siya quiet, diba? Parang feeling ko kasi baka again kung ano marinig ko. Kasi may nangyari din kasi before this doppelganger thing, dun sa apartment that I shared with a few housemates. The room next to mine, may nag-occupy doon na girl. But at that time kasi, umuwi siya sa province. So ako lang mag-isa. I think nagbabasa ako ng book noon. I heard sobbing. Ay, no, wait. May naririnig ako groaning, not sobbing. Parang, mga ganun. Sabi ko, hindi naman yata siya magkaganyan. Bakit siya mag-groan? So, sabi ko, okay. Feeling ko, baka in-imagine ko lang. Ano na naman ako, in-imagine mo lang yan. And then, silence. Tapos, meron ulit ako narinig. Ito na yung sobbing.
Oo.
Sabi ko, wait, sa left side. Alam mo yung parang very distinct siya na sobbing, but at the same time, parang ang layo-layo yung sound. And it could have only come from that side of my bedroom, yung wall. And next to our apartment, next to our unit, is an empty lot na. So sa sobrang takot ko na naman, nagpatay ako ng ilaw, nag-grocery ako at nagtakop ako ng kumot hanggang sa nakatulog ako sa sobrang takot ko. So, again, sabi ko, ano na naman to, Lord? Nakakakita, nakakarinig. Sabi ko, nakakasense, nakakarinig. Anong next nito? Baka naman nakakakita. Sabi ko, wag naman ganyan, Lord. Baka sobra na. Alam mo yung mga ganyan akong conversations with God. Yung when I pray, parang casual lang. So again, that brings me to the doppelganger thing, to the new place, yung now. So naghuhugas ako ng plato. So I was watching a K-drama. Tapos isip ko, ipopause ko ba to? Or hahayaan ko na lang siyang mag-play and then i-rewind ko na lang to that scene.
Yes, where you stopped.
Yun. So, alam
Where
mo
you
yung
left
naisip
off.
ko pa lang siya. Sabi ko, sige na nga, stop ko na nga lang. So, when I turned, kasi nakita ko siya exactly, dumaan. Sobrang bilis lang, wearing exactly the same clothes that I was wearing. And she looked exactly like me. Alam mo yung, nung dumaan siya, parang I felt my entire body feel so, it was so cold na I had to sit down to regain my composure. Kasi first time, sabi ko, shoot, ano na naman to? Parang,
It never happened again. Yung
hindi
ganun.
siya no, no. That was the only time. So parang feeling ko, bakit ang daming surprises na paiba-iba? Kasi parang feeling ko, kaya ko na yung ano yung nag-a-attack yung
Oo, nasanay
the
ka na. Oo.
roundhead. Tapos may panibago na naman. Sabi ko, Lord,
Ganun
ano ba naman
talaga.
to? Di
Ganun
ba?
talaga. Para matrain ka, di ba?
Di ba? Parang, ano naman yata challenging to. Tapos in that same apartment, again, gusto ko yung apartment na yan kasi feeling ko, it's clean. I mean, clean, no supernatural sharing
Yes.
the place with me. But there was a time also na may naamoy akong perfume. Definitely not mine.
Mm-mm.
At wala rin akong kakilala wearing
Ano yung
that.
amoy?
I don't remember anymore. Pero perfume siya. Hindi siya yung amoy kandila, amoy floral, no. As in, alam mo kung may naamoy ako at hindi ko siya in-imagine because parang I had to turn my head and sniff him. Yung
Mm-mm.
naamoy
Mm-mm.
ba talaga ako or
Mm-mm.
in-imagine ko lang?
Mm-mm.
Pero meron talaga. And imposibleng galing siya sa labas ng room because, I mean,
Andun
kung
eh. Oo, may
nakasarado ang
proximity eh.
pinto,
May
oo,
proximity,
hindi
yes.
man, saan papasok yung amoy? But yung amoy was so close. But it was just for a few minutes. Nawala din siya. So, dun ko na, ano yan, nakakasense, nakakaamoy, nakakakita, ano pa ba?
Ganun talaga. Parang, ang weird nga isipin, ayoko sabihin powers. So, let's say sensitivities. Lahat ng
Mm.
tao, lahat ng mga sensitive, iba-ibang levels. May iba talaga, hearing lang. So, kagaya mo, may iba, medyo combo, di ba? May
Oo.
combo ka.
Sabi ko, bakit naman pinakyaw lahat? Sabi ko, walang gulatan. Kaya minsan magtutoothbrush ako, ayokong humarap sa salamin. Baka may makita ako, di ba? Parang,
Well, oo.
huwag
Minsan.
naman.
Oo. Hindi, ito isa sa mga natutunan ko na naman. Again, ako, manhid ako, so, hindi ko napapractice yung pinipreach ko. Pero, pag sinasabi ko sa mga new experiencers, mas new pa sa'yo, mga parang na-awaken o namulat sila sa mundon to 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Sabi nila nag-work naman. Isa is, ikaw, may faith ka naman eh. May belief system ka eh. So, ito ang weird. Sabi, sa exorcist nagsabi sa akin ito. Sabi niya, pag pinaniwalaan mo, pag sinamahan mo yung belief mo with emotion, magkakatotoo siya. Parang New Age nga masyadong medyo manifestation. Pero if we believe it, it works. Parang ganun. So parang, kaya ako, next tatanong ko sa'yo, naniniwala ka ba doon? Or meron ka bang parang yung mga crystals, mga black tourmaline, or yung mga ibang ginagamit ng mga practitioners? Or
No.
hindi ka naniniwala sa ganun?
Na-appreciate ko sila for their beauty, but ayokong maniwala because when I went to see the parish priest, iba kasi yung paniniwala ng
Okay.
ng church eh.
Okay,
Na
gets.
parang if I believe in those things, it's like I'm exposing myself to the world of occultism. Yun yung sinabi nung parish priest. This a different priest from the
Yes, oo.
Jesuit priest na
From the
nakausap
Jesuit,
ko
oo.
before. Although, if there is a way for me to talk to that priest again, so I would really want to sana. Kasi parang feeling ko siya yung nakakaintindi. Kasi sabi niya, di ba, I went through exactly the same things.
Yes,
And
oo.
for a time, kasi after that, he would check on me every once in a while. Mag-message siya na, how are you? Are there attacks pa ba? May mga ganon. Until such time na yung Father, medyo wala na. Sabi niya, okay, God, then keep praying yung intervention kasi may prayers na binigay eh. Ayun. Pero yung mga amulets, mga ganyan, no, kasi nga sabi nga nung isang the parish priest that I consulted also, sabi niya, iwas ka sa mga ganyan kasi that will expose you to occultism. Um, which again brings me to a part of my childhood where the house where we lived in a compound. So yung mga nakatira sa ibang houses in that compound, mga tito. And in one of the houses, andun kami. And there is a room there. My room. And alam mo, kahit na may ilaw siya, madilim siya for me. And I would feel like, pag natutulog ako doon, parang may kasama ako. So parang tulog ka, pero bata ka, hindi ko pa naman naiintindihan to before. So parang natakot ka, nakabahan ako. Pero pag nakapikit ako, parang I try to half open my eyes. Titingnan ko, may mga tao ba dyan? May mga kasama ba ako? Ay, wala. So balik ko tulog. That room. So I never really had a good sleep in that room. And then maalala ko, kasi minsan doon ako natutulog sa lola ko, which is also in the same compound.
Oo.
Whenever I would sleep in that house, yung brother ko would get sick.
Okay.
Hindi nila ma-explain. So parang sila lang na, bakit parang nagkakasakit pag dito siya natutulog? And then, ano yung mga matatanda na, ipaano natin yan, ipa-check sa ano daw. Nagpa-bless na and all, pero still, ganun pa rin. So parang albularyo. So, we went to see one. Alam ko, sinama nila ako. Tawas ba yung tawag doon? Yung
Yes.
parang, yung...
Pero ano yun? Yung parang may kandila at saka tubig? Or may actual tawas?
I don't really remember because
Okay.
hindi ako kasama when whatever it was that he did. Nandun, basta alam ko, sinama lang nila ako, parang tiningnan ako nung albularyo. And then, ang advice niya was yung ng incense sa bahay, all over the house, sa room. And then may sinabi siya na meron daw nakatira doon sa bahay na exactly kamukha ko. Parang sabi, may kakambal na nakatira din daw doon sa bahay. So, how do I say this? I never really gave it much thought until all of these things happened and I had a better understanding of what was happening to me. But putting the pieces together, number one, back then, I didn't have a very good relationship with my parents kasi they had me when they were young. So, alam mo yun, na
Yes.
parang they felt like personal na. Pero syempre, I feel like I have to share this para may context. I felt like because they weren't ready to have me, hindi ako yung favored child.
Yes. Oo.
Oo. So it was my brother. So ngayon na naisip ko na siya, hindi kaya na yung sinasabi nila nakakambal ko doon was probably trying to protect me but was mistakenly attacking yung brother ko. Kaya
Yes.
siya yung
Oo.
magkakasakit. When in fact, ang objective niya is hindi naman to hurt my brother but really to protect me
To
from my
protect you.
parents.
Yes.
So I don't know. Possible kaya yun?
Possible. Pero minsan kagaya nun, ito narinig ko from somewhere. Children, at what mga age below 10 ka pa nun?
Wait.
Nung time na nagkakasakit brother mo?
Hindi naman siguro below 10. Kasi yung gap namin ng brother ko, I think 6 years eh. So
Okay.
my brother was, let's say 5, 4. So siguro mga 10, 11, mga
Mga
ganun
10.
siguro. Oo.
Okay. Kasi may narinig ako before na children, pero alam ko up to 7 or 8 eh. Pero baka nag-change yung age, hindi ko alam. Very strong pa yung psychic abilities. So, hindi ko ito theory ko lang. Theory ko lang to. Iba rin naman sinabi ng albularyo. Theory ko is probably may resentment ka sa brother mo and yun yung manifestation. Kasi may psychic skills, may psychic abilities ka eh. Hindi ko alam kung yun yung manifestation. Or it's a separate entity. Talaga.
Okay.
Pero I think magandang put into perspective na possible na kasi parang yun, sabi nila, minsan yung mga poltergeist
Mm-mm.
na occurrences sa bahay, it is because there is a strong psychic child. So kala mo, ay, multo yan kasi nagsishake yung mga ano. Hindi, it is that, may 2 or 3 na nagkwento nun sa mga ibang podcast na pakinggan ko, psychics na nagsabi, na minsan yun yung manifestation ng abilities ng bata.
Oh, okay.
So hindi ko alam if because meron kang internally may resentment, I'm assuming lang I'm assuming based on your story, baka may internally may nararamdaman ka or may galit ka sa brother mo, doon lumabas. Hindi ko alam.
Okay.
Actually, yun nga, yung, again, this is just a suggestion.
The resentment, definitely none.
Okay.
In fact, nung maliit pa kami, syempre pagpapagalitan din siya, di ba? Napapagalitan din naman siya. Ako yung nag-go-between na parang, bakit ninyo sinasaktan yung kapatid ko? Di ba? So definitely no resentment. And may drama pa kami, na maliit pa kami na, sige lang, pag lumaki na tayo, alis tayo dito, di kita iwanan. Yung mga ganun drama. Di ba? Yung bata, pag napapagalitan, syempre,
Yes.
bakit ninyo pinalo yung kapatid ko?
Kapatid ko,
Diba? So syempre ako yung natatamaan kasi I would be like, huwag ninyo saktan kapatid yung ganun. Diba? So, syempre sasabihin ng mga, nakikialam ka, alam mo yun. Kasi napapalo din naman siya. So, on the resentment aspect, I can say wala. But, yeah, I'm trying to process. I'm trying to connect lang na yung psychic abilities. Baka nga mistakenly sa kanya napupunta na hindi naman dapat sa kanya.
Possibility lang naman. I mean, since puro kakababalaghan naman pinag-uusapan natin. Kasi ang weird, hindi rin naman talaga natin at this point in time, hindi natin talaga masabi yung abilities ng psychic. Pero ngayon wala ka namang na-experience na kakaiba, no? So baka good vibes ka ngayon, okay ka? Hindi ko alam.
The prayers, yung for intervention, it really helped. And then yung kay Saint Benedict, I never remove it. The only time I had to remove it was because I had to go through a minor surgery. And sabi sa hospital na, you have to remove it. Sabi ko, bracelet lang yan. Sabi nila, no jewelry talaga. So sabi ko, pag may mumu ako nakita dito sa hospital dito, I was telling the nurse, pag may mumu ako nakita dito, balik mo sa akin yan, ha? Ganun ako. Diba? So, ayun, that was the only that. Pero, every once in a while, well, somebody told me na for people like us, there is no such thing as malikmata daw.
Yes.
Sometimes, parang feel ko may nakita akong dumaan or may nakita ako, but wala pala. So isipin ko malikmata ba? But I always go back to that. I have a friend kasi na who can see. And he told me na for people like us, walang malikmata. Yun siya.
Usually nga peripheral, no? Sa peripheral nyo. No?
Yes. So hindi talaga malikmata yung mga yun.
Pero ito yun, to quote si JP kanina nawala. Sabi niya, quote mo ko, sabi niya. Masyadong bilib sa sinabi niya. Pero for me, very, let's say, maganda insight sa sinabi niya. Sinabi niya is, there are things around us that are there because they need to exist. So, they are not there to scare you or do bad things, pero they are just there. So, kagaya nun, kung may nakita ka, wala. Andyan lang talaga yan. Kasi, probably, years ago, dyan siya nakatira. May ligaw na kaluluwa or minsan echo lang, walang sentience. Just doing ko ano yung may energy na naiwan or something. Ganun eh. So, parang, I think, ako same ako sa'yo nung nagsimula ako sa podcast, which is 3 years ago. Sobra akong takotin. Hindi ko alam ba't ko ginagawa. Sobra akong takotin. Pero, dahil sa mga nakausap ko, although, ang yabang ko sabihin, wala naman ako nakikita kasi. Pero, dahil sa mga kausap ko, mas hindi na ako natatakot. I mean, tinetest ko minsan, magpipis muna ako dito sa surrounding ko. Ayoko kayo makita. Pero minsan, maglalakad ako sa dilim just to check. Tapos, kung ma-experience ko man na may makita ako, parang may training na ako kung paano ako makikitungo. Parang ganoon. So, hindi ko alam kung eventually for you, I mean, sa'yo naman ganoon, di ba? Eventually, over time, mas tumapang ka na, di ba? In a way.
So, going back to yung sabi mo na if I'm open to talking to a psychic, well, yes. Because curious din ako, ano ba talaga to? Why, what do I have? Nakakakita lang ba? Nakakasense lang ba? Parang I'm curious as to what they have to say. Ano yung opinion nila about it. Yun talaga, sana lang na-meet ko si Father Bulatao. That was one of my regrets, no? Sayang, super sayang. Kasi hindi ko alam kung ano yung ibig sabihin nung sinabi sa akin na hindi ko kaya yan. Kay Father Bulataw yan.
Kasi, oo nga.
Oo,
Kasi
yun.
may nakausap rin kami si Miss Stargazer.
Oh,
Nag-train siya under
I
him.
listened to that episode. Na-curious ako na, uy, trained siya ni Father Bulataw.
Oo.
Sabi ko, parang gusto kong makausap siya.
Oo. Let me know kung kailangan mo na umalis ha. Baka
No, it's
pauwi
okay.
ka na.
It's
Okay.
okay. Ngayon lang ako may nakausap na,
Okay.
okay, hindi ako freak.
Okay, yes. Oo
Siya
naman.
mahirap kasing magkwento, di ba? Kasi
Totoo.
ano ka, may psycho case ka, di ba? So,
Oo.
payat ka na lang.
Babalik ako. Yung sasabihin ko about Shine. So, apparently, people like you, I guess hindi ko masabi lahat, pero yung ibang psychics, iba yung binabaton yung ilaw in that realm or in that plane. Kagaya nung sabi sa'yo nung first father ba na nakausap mo na they can see you, di ba? So, iba yung binabaton yung ilaw. So, there is a way, nabasa ko lang rin to sa Discord, there is a way for you to dim your light. So, parang imagine lang na you are covering yourself in black cloth. Parang ganon. So, yun nga minsan yung imagination mo lang and your intention, nag-work together yan to manifest whatever it is.
So, if to dim my light, if I imagine na I'm covering myself in black
Yes.
cloth, ano
Oo,
yun?
oo.
Parang malilesen yung mga nakikita
Yes.
ko? Parang ganun.
Malilesen yung lalapit sa'yo. Kasi,
Oh,
oo. Ang sabi lang ng practitioner, wag mo gagawin yan kung tatawid ka
what
ng
do you mean
street.
by tatawid?
Kasi baka
Ng
hindi ka makita.
street.
Kasi baka,
Oh,
technically, you are parang covering yourself. Parang nagpapabulag or ginagawa invisible sarili mo eh.
mm-mm.
So, pag ginawa mo yun sa kalye, baka mabangga ka. So, wag mo gawin lang yun pag tatawid ka. Parang ganun.
So, I have to do it in a safe place always,
Yes.
in a place where I'm safe. Ito pala, naalala ko na yung question ko.
Go, go.
Kasi, um, okay, despite all these things na na-experience ko, there is that question na if I'm really sensitive to the supernatural, bakit hindi naman all the time? Kasi meron kasing iba, di ba? Like what I would I have a niece kasi na
Mm.
turns out meron din pala siya.
Yes.
And then, yung sa naririnig ko nga dun sa podcast mo, na parang it seems to be always on. So, hindi naman ako all the time. I can walk into a cemetery or into a hospital and wala naman ako mararamdaman. So, parang if
Mm.
truly meron ako, bakit hindi ko sila nararamdaman? Bakit may times lang, the ones that I shared with you, bakit
Yes.
doon lang?
Oo.
Bakit kung truly meron, di ba dapat maramdaman ko sila pag
Oo.
nandun ako sa mga ganong places na yon. And then, there's this one office namin, sinasabi ko nga sa kasama ko na alam that I can sense. Sabi ko, pag pumunta ka nga doon, sama mo nga ako minsan. Parang I just want to test kung meron ba talaga akong mararamdaman doon sa place na yon. Eh, matakotin. Sabi niya, kung pupunta ako doon, ayaw kitang kasama. So, hindi ako makapunta kasi wala nang
Oo.
reason for me to just show up in that office, di ba? So, yun na din yung question ko na bakit hindi ko naman.
Alam mo, ang gandang tanong yan. Ako ngayon nang tinanong mo yan, napaisip ako, oo nga, para sa mga experiencers, bakit
Mm-mm.
ganon? JP,
Mm-mm.
pasok. Hindi ko lang makasalita siya.
Hi, good evening.
Hello, sorry. Um, Hindi kasi you have to think of it parang uh, the paranormal is just like the normal world na parang do you always need it? Or will there always be people around you in certain times and places? Hindi naman, di ba? Parang ganon. Kasi ako, like, it's every day, everywhere, and everything, as in all my senses. So parang there are times na, you can choose to ignore. Kagaya, when was that? Halloween. And yesterday, parang, because I live in a Catholic country when I'm not Catholic, parang mas madami since yun yung paniniwala dito. Um, and, I can choose to engage, I can choose not to engage. Parang, okay, nandyan ka lang, parang titigan tayo. Kung, if I had the choice. Pero if I want to engage, parang, sige, tell me what you want uh, to Tell me what you want me to know. Parang ganon.
Hindi ko alam if it has to do with intention rin na. Pag pumupunta ka bang hospital, you have that desire na, uy, gusto ko makaramdam. Or parang na-realize mo lang, andun ka for something, you're thinking about other things, and then na-realize mo, uy, ba't wala akong naramdaman nung pumunta ako? Kasi it has to do with, ito, theory ko lang, it has to do with intention rin eh.
It's the latter. Di ko
Okay.
siya naisip eh. Parang na pag pumunta akong hospital, iniisip ko lang na I'm there to see my doctor. Hindi yung kailangan may makita ako dito. No.
So sometimes ganun. Pero yun, isa pa ito, again, observation, nasabi to ni isang nakausap namin, si the late Sir Raymond. Sinabi niya, ang mga spirit, sa kanya to belief niya to, ang mga spirit, pag magpapakita yan or magpaparamdam yan, may rason. Meaning, intentional nilang ginagawa yon. And they use up energy to do that. So, parang, kung may nagparamdam sa'yo, may rason. Parang ganun. Yun ang pagkasabi niya. And ako parang, okay, mas nag-agree ako sa aspect na yun. Na may reason kung bakit magpaparamdam sa'yo.
So, hindi siya expected na always on. Okay.
Parang. Pero may iba kasi, may ibang tao always on eh. So, iba-iba. Iba-iba rin naman per sensitive person. Baka
May
ikaw...
naalala naman akong iba.
Go.
I was in Vietnam. I was in Hanoi. Alam mo yung Mason Central? That yellow building where they used to keep mga prisoners of war. Pumunta ako doon. But I wasn't thinking of anything. No? Yung mararamdaman ako doon. Anything. Wala. So, okay lang. So, I paid. Pasok ako. Uy, nice. Ganun. Parang napaka-turista. And then, I went to this room. May explanation naman kasi doon sa audio, na doon, yung room na yun was where they kept the pregnant women or those who had just given birth and their babies. So, nung pumasok ako sa room na yon, iba yung feeling ko. Hindi ako natakot, pero super naiiyak ako. I was getting very emotional. And parang feeling ko, shoot, bakit ganito feeling ko? Ba't umiyak ako dito? Isipin ng mga tao, nasisiraan ako ng ulo, nakikinig ako sa audio, tapos umiiyak. Pero hindi ako naiyak, but I was on the verge of tears. Parang ang strong ng emotions. And then it took me a few seconds before I realized those emotions weren't mine. And then what I felt was desperation. There was no anger. Isip ko, andito pa pala sila. Hindi sila galit, but they were so desperate na those things were happening to them. Kasi parang it felt like I was in their present. Hindi ko siya na-feel as if they were in the past. So yung emotions na yun, sabi ko, shucks, parang kailangan ko lumabas dito. Kung hindi iiyak ako dito, parang mamumukha akong tanga dito. Pero super strong, and I felt the desperation. I didn't hear anything, sounds coming from the souls there. Pero yun lang, desperate and super strong lang ng emotion. So lumabas ako. And then, sabi ko, sige, hindi ako papasok mag-isa. Dapat may mga kasama akong ibang tourist. Tapos meron akong di ba? Kasi parang, wag nang magpaka-turista, pero wag tayo mag-attempt. Baka may makita ako dito. Baka kausapin ako yung Vietnamese, di ko siya maintindihan.
Oo nga.
So, sige, so nag-tour pa. So, may isang room pa doon. Tapos, uy, may bunker. Di ba, may itsura ng bunker. Oh, sama naman ako. So, doon daw pala, may phone doon. Doon pala pinlan nila yung attack. Again, ang lakas ng feeling na parang feeling ko na ang daming tao sa loob. So, nagtayuan ng mga balahibo ko and feeling ko, ay, kailangan ko na siyang lumabas. So, hindi ko siya tinapos yung audio kasi iba na yung feeling, ang bigat na parang feeling ko, ang dami nila doon.
Oo.
So, I left.
Question. Nangyayari ba sa'yo na minsan may kausap ka, nararamdaman mo yung emotion nila?
I don't know.
Parang face-to-face kayo, biglang may papasok na emotion sa'yo na malungkot or... Kasi yung... Again, a consistent thing that I've been noticing sa psychics na nakakausap ko or people like you are sensitive is that they have varying degrees of empathy. So, kagaya nun, yung kay Sam, si Sam, nararamdaman niya if may regla yung ka-office niya. As in, nararamdaman niya. Yung iba naman, nararamdaman nila na may galit or merong inis just by being in proximity or trying to connect with the person. Parang ganun. So, I'm not sure if that is something you've observed. Kasi yung in-explain mo dun sa Vietnam, parang ganoon, pero hindi ko alam if meron lang talagang residual energy dun sa place na yun na parang na-retain yung negative emotion na yun dun. Tapos pagpunta mo, kumonect ka. Hindi ko alam. Si JP recitation ko ulit. Hindi ko na kumakasalita ka, JP. Pero, sabi mo, nakapunta ka rin doon sa same place.
Go. Yeah, I think, yun nga, combination ng pagiging let's not jump into conclusion na empath ka muna. You tend to feel things. Eh, diba, I went to Vietnam, I visited that place, parang the areas that you go to, they're empty rooms. So parang think of it, parang, ano tawag sa structure yun, direct na parang, it's empty, pero nagba-bounce off yung sound. Parang ganun. So, I think what happened was that you did feel something, but because of the shape of the room and because of the emptiness and the echo of the room, parang walang napupuntahan yung energy or yung emotion na yun that was left behind. So it just lingers there. And the moment you, as a sensitive or as somebody who can feel, went into that room, and plus you're listening to the audio pa, the explanation.
Kumukonect ka in a way.
Oo.
Sa nangyari.
Ganon.
Yeah, but if I'm an empath, no, I don't think so. I don't.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Kasi yung sabi mo, nafe-feel ko ba yung emotions ng ibang tao for no reason at all, malalaman ko lang na, ay, malalaman ko to. No, wala ako nun. But intuition ko, when it comes to people, I think medyo mataas siya. Because there are people na, even if they're so nice to me, for
Alam
some
mo,
reason, I feel na walang connection. I used to tell myself na, ang bad mo naman. Bakit mo
Ginajudge, kasi feeling mo, ginajudge mo na sila. Yes.
Oo, parang bakit ka naman nag-judge sa kanya? Wala namang ginagawa. Ang nice nga sa'yo ng tao. I used to tell myself that until nangyayari na
Napoprove mo.
Napoprove ko siya in one way or another.
Yes,
Sooner or later, something will happen and maalala ko yung moment na yun na I shouldn't have told myself na judgmental mo. Iniisip mo ganyan siya kahit wala naman siyang ginawa sa'yo. Yun, may ganon. So I've learned to trust my intuition when it comes to that.
Innate naman I think innate naman sa'yo na parang yung, again, babalik ko sa kwento mo na merong naramdaman kang may muka na nakatingin sa'yo na sinusurvey ka habang nagtatrabaho ka. Intuition mo yun Kasi hindi mo naman nakikita Wala kang additional senses to prove na nakatingin siya Tama ba ko? Hindi mo nakikita, di ba? Nararamdaman mo lang siya nun.
Oo, pero nararamdaman ko, but it's so strong na nade-describe ko yung suot niya.
So, yun yung sasabi na in your mind's eye So, in your mind, nakikita mo in your mind, pero physically, wala ka nakikita.
And then may yung isa rin na, again, dun sa wake, yun, kasi yung CR nung funeral home na sa labas. So, nag-CR ako, and then, nasa sink ako, I was washing my hands. Pero feeling ko, may nakatingin sa akin sa likod. Sabi ko, okay. At that time, in denial pa ako. Hindi ko pa iniisip na, ay, meron ako, nakakakita ako. Pero baka lang. Tapos I told my friend about it. Tapos sabi ko sa kanya, tanong mo nga yung friend mo na confirmed na nakakakita kung ano yung nandyan sa loob. I described to her what I saw in my mind's eye. Sabi mo nga, but don't tell her muna. Ask her muna. Just confirm kung pareho kami nakikita.
To validate,
To validate. And yes. Kasi sabi ko, Asian, mga about 5'4", mga ganyan. Sabi ko 5'4", short hair with bangs, Asian. Tapos yun exactly din ang nakikita ng friend niya doon.
Ayan
So,
na.
so anong meaning? Sabi ko, what's the meaning? Meaning nakakakita ako, ganun.
Yes. Oo.
So, sabi ko, so hindi coincidence yung yung mga the spiritual attacks. So, again, in denial for the longest time.
Feeling ko, ito napansin ko lang, usually sa mga taong nagsa-start magka-sensitivity o na-open, yung term nila, na-open yung third eye or whatever, sila yung prone to attack. Kagaya nung nangyari. So sabi mo, 2014, parang, yun nga tatanong ko sa'yo did anything particular happen 2014 para biglang matrigger? Kasi minsan it's either physical or emotional na trauma or something. May nangyari ba bago mag-open yung 2014?
That 2014, I started sa kwento with 2014, no? What I remember now, when I think my friend died 2012, doon nag-start yun.
Okay.
Yeah, 2012. Hindi 2014. I got it all wrong. Kasi alam ko, yeah, 2012.
2012,
That's when she died. Naalala ko. Kasi
oo.
ano yun eh. We were classmates in MBA school eh. So yun. I think that was what triggered it na
Yes.
pinaka-strong siguro. At saka nagsunod-sunod na yung mga me seeing. But prior to that year, meron na akong mga na-experience.
Ano yung mga prior to that? Mga peripheral lang?
Oo. Tapos meron pang dun sa that old office that I was telling you about. Nandun ako. I don't hold office there anymore, but nandun kami for training. So one time, lumabas ako. Tapos naisip ko, may tao sa harap ko. Pumasok siya sa CR.
Oo.
Sapatos lang yung nakita ko. Sabi ko, paano siya nakapasok without opening the door? Ang bigat ng door ng CR sa ends. Kasi same na ng CR eh. So sabi ko, ano na naman to? May nakita na naman ba ako?
Oo.
Kasi sabi ko, sure ako may nakita akong sapatos eh. Pumasok eh.
Oo.
Sabi ko, oh well. Parang I shrug it off na, okay, one of the residents here na lang yun. So, yun, prior to 2012, meron na. Pero hindi frequent.
Hindi ganyan ka-frequent.
Tsaka hindi ganyan ka-strong yung mga nararamdaman ko. But I would walk into places na parang feeling ko, bakit nakapasok ko pa lang parang lahat ng every hair in my body nakatayo. And hindi ako mabalahibo. Pero feeling ko naman balahibo. Ba't parang nakatayo lahat ng balahibo saan ko? Alam mo yung mga ganon. So again, sinashrug off ko lang na, malamig lang, mga ganon. That was in 2012. Kasi nga, ayokong matakot. Because I didn't know anything yet. Diba? I came to know the explanations na, especially that book by Father Sikia. Mga ano na yan eh, 2014, 2015.
Okay.
Ano na yun, oo.
Isa rin sinasabi nila na effective. Isisend ko sa iyo yung marami akong tutunan nun kay late Sir Raymond na the late Sir Raymond na interview. Parang yung sinasabi mo, huwag nyo kakaguluhin, yung ganon. So may sinasabi siyang divide anger tuloy. Righteous anger. May righteous anger. So meaning, in a way, it's kind of claiming your space, claiming your ano ba to? Na huwag niyo akong guluhin. Parang ganon. So pag kasama, meron kang Saint Benedict dyan, hindi ko alam kung ano pa meron kang religious artifacts na dala. With that, kasama...
May tatlong Saint Benedict ako, apat yata. Kinalat ko siya, parang meron sa door. Tapos si Father kasi the Jesuit priest. Kasi tinanong ko, Father, bakit pag nangyayari yun when I'm half asleep, half awake, bakit laging sa ulo ko nangyayari? Parang it starts there, yung nag-a-attack. Bakit siya nandyan sa ulo ko lagi? Sabi niya, because the head, isa yun sa portals daw to the body. So, I have to have that Saint Benedict daw doon sa bed. So, meron ako nakabitay ni Saint Benedict doon. Tsaka...
Naalala ko ng kaibigan ko, may ganun rin. Lahat, 4 corners of her bed meron, tapos may asin pa siya sa ilalim. Rock salt.
The parish priest naman gave me exorcised salt and oil. Nagjo-joke pa ako, Father, pag nilagay ko ba to sa pimple ko, magiging flawless na rin ako. Sabi pa naman yung pare, pang elemento yan, hindi yan pang acne. So I still have the exorcised oil and I have holy water and I have the salt also. Sabi niya, ilagay mo yan sa corners, di ba? So parang, in-advise din pala ako na pag nag-pray ka, mas better if mag-pray daw ako with a candle. So sabi ko, Father, baka biglang mamatay yung candle, baka may mag-blow. Sabi ko naman, pare, gusto mo talagang takutin sarili mo? Sabi
Yun
ko,
nga
hindi,
eh. Tinatakot mo
realistic
sarili
lang.
mo eh.
Oo.
Alam mo, pag pinakinggan mo tong episode na to, o yung pagpakinggan mo, yung balikan mo, palagi mo sinasabi na natadala ka sa takot mo.
But that
Nag-sermon
was
eh, no?
then, ha? That
Oo.
was then.
Okay,
Oo.
okay,
Pero
okay. So
ngayon,
ngayon
parang,
hindi na.
hindi na because, yun nga, I now know, naiintindihan ko na siya. So I'm not totally clueless about
Mm.
these things. So there's a lot that I do not know yet. But at the very least,
Yes, oo.
I know enough to not be so scared about
Yes.
these things. Tapos yun proven ko na na my faith has helped me.
Yes, oo.
And if and when something like that happens again, alam kong my faith will also save me.
Mm-mm. So recently wala na naman. So medyo I mean okay naman kasi recently wala na namang nagugulo sa'yo. Baka na good vibes ka ngayon.
Ano lang, minsan, kasi hindi na nga sila makalapit because I have the same
Yes,
clinic.
oo.
But sometimes I'd feel na meron. And I don't know if, correct me if I'm mistaken, pero there were times before na kahit na matutulog na ako, the room is dark because I prefer sleeping in a dark room. Ayoko na may ilaw. Matutulog ako, I'd close my eyes. So syempre, I'm not supposed to see anything. But parang meron pa rin ako mga nakikitang gumagalaw.
Yes. So
Valid ba to? Legit ba to?
JP, baka gusto mo pumasok.
Hindi ko, bakit parang ang dami pa rin nila? Nakapikit naman ako. Ba't parang nakikita ko pa rin?
Ano to? Think of it kasi parang you're at that moment wherein you're awake, but you're also almost asleep. So parang doon mas, how do I say this? Doon mas pumapasok without getting too weird, doon mas pumapasok ang messages or ang images na, we don't normally see when we're awake. So parang you're more open to seeing, to feeling, to hearing, or whatever at that state of mind. Parang ganun.
Okay. Meron pa pala. Sometimes, meron akong nagiging experience na nakitulog ako, tapos biglang parang may manggigising sa akin, tatawagin ako. It's always a male voice. And because, I don't know, kasi before I go to sleep, one of the prayers na ginagawa ko, na sinasabi ko is yung kay Saint Michael, the Archangel. So, na-associate ko lang sa kanya yung voice na nagigising. So, hindi ko alam kung siya nga, if it's Saint Michael, kasi siya yung laging pinpray ko, yung prayer niya before I go to sleep. Pero minsan meron akong naririnig na voice na ginigising ako, tinatawag ako, yung pangalan ko. Tapos magigising ako, tapos sure ako na meron ako narinig. And then most recently, again, tulog ako, but super alam kong may humawak ng ulo ko. But it wasn't a scary na touch. Yung parang gentle na touch
Gentle,
sa
yes.
ulo. Hindi ko rin alam kung ano yon, but I had a feeling it was male. Nothing scary. The touch wasn't scary.
Yes. So yun, kagaya nun, intuition mo yung gumagana doon. Alam mo na hindi siya nakakatakot. Paano mo malalaman? Hindi, na-feel mo. So, intuition mo nang gumana doon. Meron kasing concept na, again, kung hindi ko alam kung nasa nasa Discord yung share ko rin sa'yo, about spirit guides. Posible. In your lens, in your belief system, you could say, sabihin mong guardian angel or ancestral spirits na nag-guide pa sa'yo. Posible. Hindi ko alam Puro theory lang naman ako sa ganyan. Pero kasi kung consistent male, tapos sabi mo humawak sa'yo, alam mong male na hindi threatening, posible na ganun na spirit guide.
Would have been a guardian angel, no?
Pansinin mo lang, parang mag-notes ka in a way kung nangyayari yun. Baka may meaning or may reason kung bakit nangyayari. Kagaya nung gumigising sa'yo, bakit ka ginigising? May kailangan ba gumising that time? Or?
Yes, oo. Ako tulog mantika eh.
Okay.
Alam mo yung, oo, nangyayari yun. Bakit ako ginigising? Tapos, oh shoot, malilate na pala ako. So, kaya hindi ko siya na-feel na, I didn't regard it. I didn't feel that it was threatening. Because ginising ako because I had to wake up. Pero yung touch, that was the most recent, a few weeks ago. Nagising ako na parang, that was a gentle touch, na parang, I felt
Ginising
the
ka rin.
care. I
Oo.
felt the care, pero hindi ko
Oo.
alam kung sino siya. But I could tell lang na it was male. Hindi ko naman lolo, kasi yung lolo ko, hindi ko naman naabutan. So I think about any male in the family who died that I was close to. Hindi. I had a lolo namang isa, paternal. I wasn't really close to him. So hindi rin siya yun. So hindi ko alam kung sino.
Oo. Malalaman mo yan. Malalaman mo rin yan.
Baka mamayang gabi, ako yun, yung tinatanong mo kanina.
Yung kinukwento mo, ako yun. Minsan yung ancestral, minsan never nila na-meet ganun. Kasi parang, kagaya ng sabi mo nga, di ba? Pasa-pasa sa lahi minsan eh. So minsan, maraming theory dyan, dami nangyari. May isang kwento na napakausap namin. Siya yung great-great-grandmother nyo. Siya ngayon. Siya yung nasa loob ngayon. Tapos meron siya na-cast, na-curse. So bumabalik sa kanya. Parang ganun. Lalim na naman. Pero minsan ancestral is wala. Kahit hindi mo na-meet, minsan hindi mo alam eh. Or baka, kagaya na minsan may mga guide na pick up mo from somewhere dahil yung energy nyo medyo parang pareho. So na-attract sa'yo. Ganun.
Parang attuned to each other, parang ganun.
Oo. Parang law of attraction in a way.
Oo. Sabi ko lang na, Lord, sige. Parang at that point where, okay, I'm accepting na this is part of me. Sabi ko, okay
Yes.
lang. Pero walang gulatan, please. Sabi ko, walang gulatan.
Yun naman yun, wala lang gulatan.
Wala lang gulatan. Yun lang. Parang that was at that point, parang tanggap ko na then okay. If this is really going to be a part of me, then so be it. Pero please, Lord, sabi ko, walang gulatan. Yun ang sabi ko.
Oo.
Walang takutan, walang
Andun yung
gulatan.
intention, di ba? So parang in a way, ang new age sabihin, pero minamanifest mo yung gusto mong mangyari na wag nyo akong gugulatin.
Yung number na lang sa loto, share nyo.
Ayan, yun ang hingin mo sa panaginip mo, di ba? At least mas pa. May pakinabang.
Para may pakinabang naman yung mga nangangalabit dyan, yung mga nanggigising dyan.
Oo.
Nandun na ako sa, okay, I know what to do.
Oo, di ba? Yun maganda na point.
So hindi, wala na yung feeling na, my God, abnormal ba ako? Bakit? Kasi nung start talaga ganun eh. And it's not something that you talk about every day.
Yes.
Uy, may naramdaman ako. Uy, may nakita ko. Hindi naman, hindi naman common sa mga kakilala ko yung nakakakita, nakakasense. So, sabi ko lang, parang, if I go to Makati Med and tell them, baka straight jacket nila ako. Ang advance nga eh, baka isipin na.
Advance kagad,
Oo, di ba? Kasi syempre, if they cannot explain it, then why are you seeing these things? Then there must be something wrong with you. Di ba? Baka ganun. But again, because...
Pero papaspsych test ka naman usually yan. Before ka
Oo.
itali. Papaspsych test ka naman.
Sa B1 na, basement 1 na. Kaya after nga nung assessment nung sa AMO, yung sa Office of Exorcism, sabi nila, no. What you're experiencing, it's not a medical case. It's a spiritual warfare. Yon. It's a spiritual warfare.
Ito yung nothing against the Catholic priests. Pero may alam sila. Hindi nila sinasabi sa lahat. Di ba? The fact that they know it happens. Why don't they tell others about it na, ganyan, nafe-feel mong, sarang ulo ba ako? Ba't ko na-experience to? Pero the fact na kinausap mo sila yung sinabi na, it really happens, di ba? So for me, again, nothing against priests, Catholic priests, pero parang, you should also tell others about it. Kasi nafe-feel nila na sira ulo sila eh. Nafe-feel nila na abnormality siya eh. When in fact, some people really have that sensitivity. And people should know how to deal with it. How to discern. How to know kung masama or good yung spirit. So doon ako na-trigger ako Doon ako naiinis na parang, ba't di nyo sabihin? Alam nyo naman eh. May alam kayo eh. Ba't di nyo sabihin?
So I don't know now if some priests really do not believe in it or ayaw lang nilang sabihin like you said. Kasi dun sa isang, yung two-story house na sinasabi ko kanina, pinabless kasi namin yon ulit. after yung mga naging experience ko. So, nag-decide kami ng housemates ko na, sige, pa-bless natin ulit. And casually, I mentioned it to the priest. Kasi nga naalala ko yung sabi ni the Jesuit priest
Yes,
na be careful who you share this with kasi hindi lahat naniniwala.
oo.
So casually, I mentioned it to yung priest na nag-bless. Alam mo anong sabi ng priest? Sabi niya, baka ingay lang ng electric fan yun. Nag-imagine
Okay.
ka lang. Huwag mong takutin sarili mo. So, after yun, nagtinginan kami nung friend ko. Sabi ko, totoo nga yung sabi ni Father na hindi lahat ng pare naniniwala.
I think maraming pari na hindi naniniwala rin talaga.
Mm-mm.
Diba? Which is weird kasi naniniwala ka sa Diyos eh.
Oo, but you don't believe na
Oo.
there are other beings that exist. Parang,
Yes.
so, yeah.
Oo. Nothing against them. Sana wag sila magalit kung marinig nila ako.
Sige lang. Father, we see what you don't see.
Oo. Yun nga. Ano sabi mo, JB?
Ganun talaga. I mean, yung may uncle akong priest. I know he believes na in the Holy Spirit and whatever, but I think if they can't quantify it in a religious setting, then it cannot exist. Parang ganon. Again, nothing against them. Pero I mean,
Oo.
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 Kanya-kanya naman talaga. Kanya-kanya.
Kaya nga parang I really felt at that time na so lucky na when I went to Padre Pio, it was that priest, the Jesuit priest. And isa pa pala, sabi niya, you know what? You're lucky to have found me. Sabi niya, because hindi ako nagmamass dito. The priest who was assigned to say mass that time, parang all of a sudden had an emergency. So siya ang parang ang tinawag na, sige, ikaw na mag-mass dito kasi hindi pwede yung naka-assign.
Diyan pumapasok yung sinasabi nilang synchronicities.
Mm-mm.
Yung coincidences. So, again, kung
Because if it were some other priest,
mali yung sinabi sa'yo, di ba?
oo, if it were
I mean,
some
iba.
other priest, baka hindi ako natulungan.
Pinabiwan ka na.
O baka nabiwan na ako.
Di ba?
Baka naka-straight jacket.
So, may rason. May rason.
Don't worry, mauna ako sa'yo.
May rason
Baka
talaga.
roommates tayo, JP.
Oo. Thank you. Nakakaya naman. Pero thank you sa pag-share.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you ah.
Thank you so much
pagpag
for
ka, ha?
listening and for sharing. Ay, oo, definitely.
Oo.
Para thank you for listening. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for sharing rin. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, of course, to Em that she decided to share her story with the risk of being brought to the basement of Makati Med. Pero yun nga, di ba? Sa mga hindi maka-accept nung nakikita nila, ang unang iisipin nila, katang isip yun. Di ba? Hindi lahat multo. So babalikan ko yung nasabi ng isang past guest natin, si Carl Cervantes. Pag may na-experience kayong hindi nyo naintindihan, huwag payagang kainin ka ng takot. At isipin mo rin muna, bakit ko ba nakikita ito? Bakit ko ba nakikita yung entity na yan? Huwag rin naman nating isipin na lahat ay paranormal na. Paulit-ulit maririnig nyo yan sa mga taong nakakakita at nakakaramdam. At sa tingin ko sa mga nakausap kong may background sa psychology, mabutit magpatingin rin pag sobrang duda ka na sa mga nakikita at nararamdaman mo. Pagkatapos nun at least, ma-rule out nyo lang yung ibang bagay, di ba? Naalala ko yung mga ganyang usapan sa Discord recently at nasabing pwede mo rin i-test ang na-experience mo. Observe and analyze hanggat kaya ng sanity mo. Mapapansin mo kunyari, again, example lang, every 3 o'clock nakikita ko tong whatever. O every 3 o'clock nararamdaman ko to for the past 5 days, di ba? Ayan, di ba? Observable things, di ba? Hopefully, di ba, magkaroon ka na understanding kung ano nga ba yun. At least may basis ka kung totoo nga ba yung nakikita mo or katang isip lang. Pero sa mga ibang experiencers dyan, magandang marinig rin actually ang side nyo. Ano ba ang advice nyo sa mga nakakakita at nakakarinig at nakakaramdam na mga bagay na hindi nila ma-explika? Baka gusto nyo share sa akin at ma-share rin natin sa mga nagsisimula pa lang matanggap na may mundong hindi nakikita ng karamihan. Kung ito ang unang podcast na napakinggan mo, welcome to the Paranormal Podcast. The podcast is a collection of interviews with first-hand experiencers of the paranormal. Most of the stories are Philippine-based, of course, but from time to time, I get to talk with people from different parts of the world. where we get to see the similarities and differences of the global paranormal phenomena. If you have unusual paranormal stories you'd like to share, you can always email me at paranormalsph@gmail.com. If you'd prefer to share your story via chat and share it with other like-minded individuals, you can join our Discord server, where there are different chat threads for different paranormal stories. To join the Discord server, you just need to click on the invite link below. It is in the show notes. If you enjoyed this type of conversation and storytelling, maybe you'd like to subscribe and be informed every time we have a new episode. You can check us out on Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, and sometimes on TalkTalks. There are new episodes every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on Spotify, and every 1:37 p.m. on Thursday for YouTube. Welcome to the comment reaction section of the episode, kung saan tinotroll ko ang mga komento. Okay, mainis sa akin. For this episode, I will be reading comments and surveys for episode 142, School Stories. Meron ako nilagay na survey. Ang tanong ko, saan ka naka-experience sa school? So merong 58 votes. 47% classroom, 43% CR, 10% sa gym. Wait lang, bakit parang lagpas na 100% yun? Baka may nag-double answer siguro, no? Pero pinakamarami is sa classroom. Well, eskwela nga naman siya. Pinakamarami experiences talaga sa classroom, I guess. Kung mahilig ka sa mga school stories, meron tayong 2 parts na yan. Baka gusto nyo tignan. Ang question ko naman sa episode, meron ka rin bang kakaibang experience sa school? Sabi ni B-Boy, I don't know, pero parang ako yung multo na tinutukoy niya. Ano yan? Saan ka ba nang mumulto, B-Boy? Anong eskwela ba yan? Sabi ni Ferdinand, mga schoolmate ko pala to mga to eh. May batang multo na sumasakay sa 21 elevator tapos bababa sa 5th floor. Hehehe. Naku, I cannot deny or confirm your theory, Ferdinand. Pero kung naintindihan niyo yung dinidescribe ni Ferdinand, baka nga schoolmates kayo. Sabi naman ni Reyna, parang UST talaga yung school ni Mel and JJ. Sa main building ako nagka-college. Sa girls CR, may nagpaparamdam lagi. Wow, marami bang multo sa UST? Reyna, kwento naman dyan. Hindi ko rin, again, I cannot deny or confirm kung ano yung hula mo. Anyway, nakakatakot pala mag-CR doon. Nagpaparamdam habang nasa trono ka no? Ang ating suking sawi naman na si Sky Crisford. Ayan ka na naman, Sky Crisford Sabi niya, ang naalala ko lang na kwentong school ay yung nabasted ako ng classmate ko sa subject na MAPE. Ikaw kasi talaga, Sky Crisford. Ang hilig mong mabasted. Talis ng memorya mo Nakailang busted ka na ba, Sky Crisford? Kwento mo naman sa amin. Si I'm Chris naman, sabi niya, I think same uni kami ng first story. Taga College of Science din po ako. Hehe, haha pala. I also had an encounter sa CR. May nakita akong babaeng ghost na nasa loob ng vacant cubicle. Nakadungaw. Wow! Ba't bang hilig talaga nilang tumambay sa CR? Ano bang meron? At dudungaw pa talaga sila. Diyos ko Lords. Walang ibang pwedeng tambayan siguro kaya doon sila nakatambay. Or baka kaya, again, yung ko rin naisip na mention ito ni Mel sa kanyang episode, dito sa episode na to na baka yung puddles kung saan lumalabas doon yung mga entities, so maraming tubig na reflective sa CR, baka doon sila nakaka-transport or nakaka-portal in dahil kaya sa tubig yon. Pero again, kung titignan nyo, gaya ng sa survey, aside sa classroom, madami sa kanila, sa CR nakaka-encounter ng spirits or entities. Something to think about, di ba? So that's it for tonight's comments. Each episode is incomplete until I get to thank our paranormal Patreons and coffee supporters. Sunny, J, Z, JT, JD, Kay, B, Justine, Leah, May, Shibune, and Ola. Thank you for all your support. Maraming salamat. If you feel that you want to support the podcast in this way, you can check out our Patreon and Coffee links in the show notes. You can always support in other ways. You can share your favorite episode to a like-minded friend who probably enjoys real stories about the strange and the paranormal. Shout out kay Mark! Isang nakakatrabaho ko na na-discover ang podcast sa Spotify. Noona, di niya daw ako nabosesan, pero ayun, eventually napagtagpi-tagpi niya ang mga clues. Easy lang sa pakikinig, Mark. May hinang kalaban. Okay. Kita-kits sa sunod nating trabaho. The Paranormal Podcast is engineered and produced by F90 Productions. If you have the time, please rate us on your preferred delivery platform. Spotify actually has a rating system which maybe you want to rate us there. The truth is, these things really help us get seen by more people, and hopefully it opens more minds to the strange, the weird, and the unseen. Thank you everyone for listening. Please stay safe. Oh, peeps! Ito! May maiksi tayong LL portion. Mawibirdohan ng mga hindi maka-accept pa sa mga UFO, UAP, ETs. Okay? Anyway, kwento ko na rin lang. So, sa mga nakasunod sa Twitter ng podcast, may Twitter ng podcast, follow nyo na. Mapapansin nyo na recently, puro UFO, UAP ang mga sinishare kong nire-repost ko. Hindi na retweet, repost ang nire-repost ko. Kasi yun nga, aside from nakasubaybay ako sa mga happening sa US at balita galing sa ibang bansa tungkol sa mga UFO, UAP, nakikita ko na inuunti-unti na nila yung disclosure. Disclosure meaning yung revelation, kung ano ba talaga. So, napapakinggan ko nga sa isang kwento actually na sabi niya, meron ng slow disclosure drip na nangyayari. Parang inuunti-unti na nila yung mga tao sa katotohanan na di tayo nag-iisa sa universe. I mean, kahit naman scientists ang mapapakinggan nyo, sasabihin rin nila, in terms of probabilities, malaki ang possibility, given the size of the whole universe, na may possibility merong other life out there. As to their ability to travel and visit us, yun yung kanilang hindi ma-accept 100%. Kasi syempre, they are scientists and they demand or probably they need physical or scientific evidence to prove it. Pero in terms of probability, malamang sa malamang, di ba? Pero anyway, ang gusto ko lang masabi sa LL portion ng ngayon is, para sa mga nakikinig at kahit papaano, naniniwala kayo na may mga bagay at nilalang tayong hindi nakikita na nag-exist pa rin. Ang wish ko lang ay sana buksan nyo isip nyo na baka meron ring mga off-world or let's say inner world, sometimes theories, entities na nag-exist at di lang tayo ang creation ng source. Kumbaga parang maging thought experiment yung gawin natin, okay? Kasi again, napag-usapan ko nga sa ilang past guests, we talk about this, papaano yung faith ng mga taong nakatali yung reality nila sa kanilang faith and beliefs. Paano pag mag-disclose at ma-prove eventually in the next few years maybe na meron nga tayong cosmic neighbors? Anong mangyayari sa kanilang reality? Alam ko, I think marami sa inyo na nakatali ang faith and spirituality nyo sa religion nyo. And that is well and good. Pero baka gusto nyo rin i-thought experiment. Paano ang magiging reaction nyo pag nagkaroon ng disclosure at i-reveal nga na merong ETs na matagal nang nakikihalubilo sa atin, na matagal nang bumibisita, and ano ba yung implication nun sa faith nyo, sa connection nyo with your Creator, with your God. Siyempre, of course, di ko maprove with 100% certainty yung claims ko. Pero I'm pretty sure na hindi tayo nag-iisa. For me, yung proof is yung mga nakikita at nararamdaman ng ibang tao. Ako, na isang manhid, na minsan may nararamdaman pag mayroong bumibisita, oy, walang ganyan nandito, pero pag may bumibisita, di ba, is for me napoprove na hindi pa natin na may measure lang, pero possibly merong ways in the future to measure it. So, syempre, inuunti-unti ko na rin yung, sa sarili ko yung revelation pagdating man itong disclosure. Kung hindi ito mangyari sa lifetime ko, at least, masimulan lang natin yung thought experiment. Ang weird ba? Pasensya na. Weird talaga ako mag-isip minsan. Pero inisip ko lang kasi yung acceptance. Ito may wood. Knock on wood. Kasi iba kasi pag na-discover nila yun, nalaman nila yun, tapos never man lang pumasok yung thought na yun sa isipan nila. Baka mabaliw sila. Ay, hindi ko alam. Hindi ako maka-empathize kung anong possibly mangyayari sa ibang tao na walang concept of that. Walang concept of invisible entities. Tapos malalaman nila na mayroong aliens. Malalaman nila na mayroong cosmic neighbors tayo. Diba? So sana lang, parang baka pwedeng slow drip nga eh. Kaya feeling ko yun ang ginagawa. Sina-slow drip nila para mas madaling tanggapin. Ang best example ko dyan, ngayon ko lang naiisip yung analogy. Nung nagkaroon ng lockdowns. Diba? So, nung nagsimula yung lockdown sa Pilipinas, ang sinasabi, 3 weeks tayong ganito. Extend tayo ng 2 weeks. Alam na nila yan from the start. Buwan tayo maiipit sa bahay. 4, 5, 6 months. Alam na nila yan. Pero, sinuslow drip nila tayo. Kasi I'm sure baka marami magwala, hindi ako makakalabas ng bahay for 3 months. Diba? So, parang ganun. So, feeling ko yun ang ginagawa. Inuunti-unti nila. Anyway, yun lang muna. Sana paglabas nitong episode, walang bagong revelation ng US Congress o Mexican government o UK government about UAP or ETs. Kasi magiging anticlimactic ang aking LL portion. That's it. Pansit. Salamat. Ingat po tayo.